Alrighty, welcome back everyone. We are back at Witchlight, and let me turn down this music. We are back in Witchlight, and we're going to be continuing off our adventure. Last we left off, our party had freed the mighty Sir Talavar, the Fey Dragon, who then reported his findings back to Titania, the Summer Queen. And upon doing so, our party was then confronted by Agden Longscarf, the sassy leader of the Herringons. So, I'm going to join the rest of the group, and we will get started right away.
Chill.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
My wonky ass eyeliner is being wonky and I need to fix it.
Oh, all right, Phoenix. Let's get started. We'll start it with a little Monday night sippy
Oh my
sip.
god! Already with the sips.
Yes.
Yeah, just a little sippy sip.
Get the DM drunk. That's the.
Yeah.
That's how you win D&D.
Absolutely.
All right.
The best decisions are made when you're drunk.
Yeah, I don't know about
That's
that.
a lie.
Yeah, that's oh. Anywho,
It's fine.
about those
Anywho.
terrible decisions.
Uh-oh.
Make some.
Yeah, let's make some. Do you need a minute, Angel, to the makeup?
I got it.
Okay.
Got it. I just needed to make the line a little cleaner.
Sure. Yeah.
Hi, Volt. Welcome into some D&D.
So, as the three of you stepped out of Jingle Jangle's little hut, after having freed Sir Talavar, the rather impressive French Fey Dragon, you are confronted by Agden Longscarf and his gang of Herringon. As a reminder, this is what he looks like.
Ooh. Oh yes, the long scarf dude.
Yes.
Hello, long scarf. He is
Living up to that
henceforth
name.
known. Yeah, I know.
He's just running around stamping people.
Yeah.
Abby.
I don't,
So-
I don't want that stamp. No.
Agden confronts your group, says, "Well, seems like you three are the folk that are causing commotions around my turf." He's trying to be intimidating, but he's also like 2.5 feet tall.
I'm not the least bit intimidated. In fact, I'm the most intimidating one. I feel so.
And I lean down and rest my hands on my knees and go, "Where are your parents?"
Oh my god!
I'd like everyone to give me perception checks, please.
Oh no! She's gonna get kicked in the face. I feel
okay,
it. It's coming.
I
It's
deserve to be
coming.
shanked for that.
It's coming.
Pull up
Shanked
her.
by a rabbit. Ooh!
Ayo.
The 19 is very good.
Okay.
You're wrong. What happened? I am not in the right place.
No?
No, it switched. It switched to a different game.
Oh,
My
that
my
is
mouse-
unfortunate.
My mouse has buttons on the side that go back a page and forward a page.
Oh, I have that too. I totally
yes.
know the feeling. You just gotta be careful not to hit it, but it's a hard task.
It is. Nope, that's persuasion.
Oh, that's right. I gotta get into my country
Hey,
accent.
both
Hold
of those
up.
are pretty good.
So
Sweet home Alabama.
you notice Dell and Fenric, the two of you notice Agden move extremely fast, like faster than you've ever seen a living creature move in an instant. He disappears in a blur and reappears in the same spot. When he disappears, you sort of tense up, and for a brief moment you feel a tiny hand rummage into a pocket or two. Luna feels nothing at all, and Agden stands here in front of you,
Oh my god.
holding a deck of tarot cards. He says, "Oh, so
You give that back. I'm gonna try and snatch it.
Give me a sleight of hand check. It'll be contested against his own. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't roll that great. I rolled okay.
So
Oh!
close.
Oh.
You fucking little shit!
He just takes a step back, keeps the tarot cards to himself.
Hey! I need those cards. Besides, it's an incomplete set anyways.
Well, if you want these cards back and if you want to keep your lives, you would do well to get the hell out of here.
If you want to keep your life, you do well not to get in our way.
Well, as I can see, there's 3 of you and more than 3 of us. So,
Oh,
odds don't look like in your favor.
Hey, it doesn't matter. I don't think you want to mess with us, little bucko.
It says
We
here.
got who says who? Who says the people that came from Mr. Light and Mr. Witch's circus?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I would like to check my pockets
Very
real quick after
Yes.
we
powerful
watched
people.
Luna
Me
get.
too.
Yes, so Fenric and Dell, you guys are still have all your belongings. Your perception check
okay.
was
You just stole
high
from
enough.
me,
Yep.
bruh.
Was it like a little
Just underwear.
speedy like slap to get his hand out of my pocket as he was?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna activate Ties That Bind on him.
Okay.
Knowing full well that this creature probably cannot see the whole string attachment thing. But anyways, I'm gonna keep that on him just so I
Okay.
can keep an eye. And then I'm gonna say that we're not from around here.
So as you
We're
activate
just coming on through.
Ties That Bind, you see the string connecting you and Agden, and it is definitely a very red going to blue,
Right.
and then you see from him several strands that are gray.
Ah.
Crazy new one.
Hold up. Let me go grab my thing. I need a thing. Oh, there we go.
It's here.
Ah.
I got you.
No, I found it. It's good. It's good. I see you have many a death tied to your fate. Your fate.
Everyone give me an insight check.
Burn. Nope.
So Dell and Fenric, when Luna mentions death, you see Agden grip his weapon a little tighter. You see him, the corner of his eye twitch. Appears to be quite agitated at the mention of death.
Luna,
Yes.
perhaps
Yes.
we may be able to have a chat with this friend here. I think he may be of use to us.
You're asking me to back
Can-
off?
I would like to step forward and curtsy to him.
Just hold your tide for a moment.
Fine.
When you curtsy, Agden does a little bow. He's like,
gonna-
someone who knows respect.
I'm gonna spoke.
Like one of the rules of this place.
It
I figured it
is
was common knowledge.
absolutely a rule of hospitality and reciprocity.
Unfortunately, that wasn't our first greeting from your merry band, and that went a little sideways. But now that we've had time to, what's our friend that's writing this snail's name? Jeb. Now that we've had an opportunity to hear from Jeb exactly the state of this place, perhaps we could come to some sort of arrangement between our parties.
Right. And
Perhaps if our goals align.
what kind of arrangement might that be?
Well, as I understand it, the hags have made quite a mess of not only this realm, but also the inhabitants of it. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
So, would I be correct in assuming that perhaps our plans and allegiances might be aligned, as we're both seeking to remove the hags from their current positions.
That is an interesting offer. But here lies my problem. You see, I was always, shall we say, criminally inclined. And back when Zybina ruled this realm, I was still a prisoner. When the hags came,
I see.
my luck turned around. They freed me. But now I work for them. Now, is this an act that's beneficial to the both of us? I don't believe so. Because I think the hags are benefiting more than I am, and more than my people are.
So what if we could turn that around?
If you can.
Get you guys your freedom.
If you can. And that's a very big if. Then you may have our support. But here's the biggest problem. And he sort of tugs at his scarf, and when he does, you guys can see his skin sort of rise with it, as if the scarf is practically sewn into his body. He says, I still wear their chain around my neck. And as long as this is on me, I can't help you.
Can I take a closer look?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask. I want to take a closer look at the threads. Is there a specific color to the threads that are attached to his skin and the scarf?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I guarantee all and nothing. I guarantee middle.
Okay, that's good enough. You take a look at the scarf, you sort of like pull it back a little, he lets you do it. You see 3 distinct strands wrapped around his throat tightly. Now, he obviously doesn't feel it, but you can see that this is sort of like a indicating
Right.
control.
This is
And
similar to my ties that bind, but not the same,
But
right?
the 3 strands are colored purple.
Purple. Interesting. What did purple mean again? Oh, that purple. Okay. All right. Well, actually, I think I might be able to do something with this. I'm gonna tell him not to freak out. And then
Okay.
I'm going to extend my weapon out of my arm. And this is going to sound a little weird, but can I use a channel divinity to try to cut the strands?
The strands or the scarf?
The strands.
Okay. I'm going to say you've tried that before,
Okay.
and it didn't really work. The sword doesn't interact with the strands at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to use up a channel divinity. I'm going to back up and my. Who did you say gave you the
The scarf?
yeah.
It's been mine forever, but, well...
But who
well,
sold it to you?
the hags.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Not anyone with, I don't know, fairy lack wings and such.
I mean, I didn't take a look at their backs, but they could have had wings. I wouldn't have known.
Odd. Alright, well, at the very least, I can see what's keeping a good watch here. I'm wondering, wondering if there's some way that I can like, if I had the scrying spell.
That's
I'd
next level,
use
right?
it.
I think.
God damn it! I'd use it. It would be cool because I'd use it on the thread in order to create that connection. But I guess not this time. All right. Well,
Perhaps if you're physically unable to help us, you may be able to help us with information, which can be just as powerful.
that's
What
true.
kind of information are you looking for?
Well, I'll be the one to tell you that we're here seeking friends of mine who, much like yourself, have come under the influence of the hags, perhaps unwillingly. We're looking for them and would like to know if you have any information in that regard, and perhaps in our pursuit of that information, we may find a way to free you from the influence of the hags.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
I'll say on advantage because everyone else has been not aggressive towards him.
Well, I've been aggressive, so I'm gonna.
That's fine.
Here, have some guidance.
They'll use
Just in
the
case.
no guidance, just the persuasion on advantage. What? You gotta do it before.
But he hadn't rolled yet.
No, not before the roll. Before he tries to convince him.
No.
Yeah. Can't guidance mid conversation.
Damn it.
So, Agden ponders the thought for a moment, and then he steps up closer to Fenric. And looks at him, he's like, "You seem like a capable man. I can see the murder in your eyes. You've taken life before. You're all right
Only
with
when
it.
I must.
In that case, I think there's something that can be arranged. You have a map?
I have a map.
Alright, let me take a look at your map. Unraveling the map. Put you guys on Hither's
The
map.
sound effect works. Yeah.
He indicates, right now you guys are at Telemy Hill.
Right.
He indicates his people have a sort of a town/village at the Brigand's Tollway built into this massive stump. And if you want to find the hag that controls Hither, you're going to want to go to Downfall. And the center of Downfall is Bavlorna's cottage. Bavlorna, where's the name here? I forget her last name. Bavlorna Blightstraw, I believe it was. Yes, Bavlorna Blightstraw. And her little traveling cottage sits in the middle of Downfall. You go there, you find her, she'll probably have the answers you're looking for. And if not, well, at least she'll be able to get you either into Yon or thither, wherever else you want to go. She can leave this realm, or at least her and her lackeys can.
What do you know about the relationship between her and her sisters?
I mean, they're family, but only begrudgingly so. Every day they plan and plot against each other. But when the time comes to it, if one of them's threatened, then they're all threatened.
Understood. Any other information you would be able to tell us about her? Weaknesses, perhaps?
Let me think. She's fond of transfiguration magic. You might find quite a few critters here and there that she's been experimenting with. So watch out for that.
Okay. All right. Keep that in mind.
I would like to use my medallion of thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Just to make
Ooh.
sure that there is nothing shady going on.
Oh, there's
Ooh.
probably something shady going on here. I don't doubt it for a second.
I don't want to walk into a trap.
It's probably a trap. Watch it be a trap. That's
But if
just
we
my
know
guess.
that, but he doesn't know that we know that he knows.
Aha.
Oh, that he knows that we know that he knows? Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
That's
keep
how
it
that works.
confusing that way.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely. If I did it any other way, it'd be far more disappointing.
So, with your medallion of thoughts, there are a few things you detect that stand out. First off, he doesn't think you guys are going to survive. So if he sends you to downfall, chances are you'll die anyways, and he'll be rid of his problem. 2, he's eyeing you up and down as well as the other 2, trying to figure out what sort of valuables you guys have.
Oh my god. I would like to...
And this is just Phoenix who knows, or Fenric who knows.
No, I know, but I still want my cards back.
Mm.
So...
Can I ask him what he's had to eat today?
Yes.
He's
That
a
was
bit
an
taken
awful
aback by
decision.
that. He says, not a whole lot.
Could I excuse myself for a second and re-enter the place?
Sure, yeah.
Place with the things.
Into the house.
Because the chef feed makes it so that I make up like
Food.
I can
Food.
prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus my proficiency bonus, which would be 7.
Ooh.
So could I bring out just an extra plate of whatever good soup I made?
Sure.
Good soup.
He takes the soup, has a sip, he's like, oh, thank you.
And in return for such a generous favor, could you perhaps return my friend's tarot cards?
You see a smile appear on his face, like, you're the clever one of this group, I see. And he begrudgingly holds the cards up towards Luna.
I'm gonna take them, but I'm gonna have the most, like, pissed off expression going.
He just looks up, smiles some more, looks back at Dell. He's like, well played, well played. Well, this concludes our business. You're gonna leave my folk alone. There's absolutely no reason for us to fight.
Agreed.
Good. If you need more ammo for those firearms you've got, swing by our village. There's one thing we can offer, and that is weaponry.
Right.
And he-
Fenric, we're not swinging by their village, right?
You hear him go, and all the other Harengon sort of vanish into the woods.
I'm waiting for
Himself
Frodo
included.
to react.
No, he's far away.
No, he's behind you.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's asleep. He's fine. He's
asleep
vibing. Yeah.
I just see these little paws. I'm like, that's Frodo right there.
Yeah.
I know that.
So, Agden Longscarf takes his leave, leaving you guys.
Is Jeb still here, or did he?
Jeb is still here, sitting on the giant snail. Gives a wave. He says,
Jeb,
yeah.
leader's a piece of shit.
He's, you know, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want an apple fritter?
sure.
All right, come here. I'm gonna reach up and
So, I'm
give
gonna
him an apple fritter.
gather the group up real quick and just say, all right. So during the midst of that conversation, the one thing that I could take away from that is that he doesn't think that we're gonna make it out of the hag's realm alive. Which
Ah.
makes me think that we probably should play our cards smartly whenever it comes to approaching them.
What you're
My-
saying is don't go off like a loose cannon?
Not when it comes to the hags.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, if going off against Mr. Witch has taught me anything, it's that you should always be a little more perceptive and cunning when it comes to your enemies.
Hey, you're not wrong.
I suppose you are the one who has first-hand experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
Live
sense.
and learn, Del. Live and learn.
How funny that this also includes bunnies.
Yes, having been one for a short amount of time, I can say
Yes,
that I don't
that-
want a repeat of such a thing.
Oh, but you were so cute.
Well, I'm
I
glad
got to
get
carry you around all small like, you know?
Luna, did you detect anything
Oh.
about him or his scarf when you were examining
I
it?
did.
Anything of note that we could perhaps take advantage of?
Well, the scarf is sewn into his skin, but not just that. There's threads similar to the ones that I see that are wrapped around his neck, too. So, my guess is that somebody's keeping an eye on him from a distance.
That would make
My
sense.
concern is the color of those threads.
Which was?
Well, they were purple, but
And what does that mean?
Purple?
so far from what I've seen, purple usually has something to do with people that are related to you, you know? Kids that walk around with their parents around circus, you normally
Light
see
bulb.
purple strands on them as well. So,
Say that he has had that scarf ever since he was born, so...
it's not so much the scarf that's the relation, I think. I think it's more so who put it there.
Well, yes.
Jeb,
Hmm?
you mentioned that the hags, when they don't get their quota that they expect from you, will take things like your children. What are the odds that your fearless leader's children have been taken as well?
I guess.
That's the one thing that I think is unlikely to happen. Agda never had any kids, or at least none that we know about. And if he
Oh?
did,
Family?
you know, that's the thing. He kind of just appeared
Would
out
he-
of nowhere and with that magical scarf and took over. But never took a wife, never talked about his family.
Interesting. I reckon that bunny is hiding a lot more secrets than he lets on.
Agreed.
We should also be careful of what we tell him. I feel like we've almost overspoken.
Oh, probably. I'm very honest in that regard.
Well, if someone was watching him, then perhaps we can assume that the hag, at least one of them, if not all three of them, are going to be ready for our presence. So perhaps before we go pursuing the hag, perhaps we find a way to help out old Longscarf and see if we can get him and his merry band to help us out when it comes time for the hags and us to meet. Because that is one thing that I don't see them expecting or to see coming, is their merry little band of thieves not being on their team.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good plan. I mean, I'm down.
Speaking of which, Jeb,
Hmm?
why exactly were they here?
Give me an insight check.
Everybody or just
Everyone.
Del?
Everyone.
Okay. Oof. This is all you, Del.
Luna, insight check? Or
One
not?
second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's me. It's me. I haven't insight. Sorry, give me 1 second. I was answering something.
Oh, there we go. So, Del and Luna, the two of you immediately can tell that Jeb is getting a little nervous and antsy. He's like, I have no idea how he found us.
Can I pressure him a little bit?
Jeb.
Can I get a little closer and really ask really nicely?
Give me an intimidation or persuasion check, your choice.
I
Most
suggest you
passive-aggressive,
answer
nicely
her
ask ever.
nicely while she's being nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I was like,
Ooh. Ah.
all right, all
Are
right, all
you
right.
sure?
After you guys caught me, Agden sent me a sending. Asked me where I was. I said, captured. And kept asking where we were going and all that. So I kept giving him the information he was asking for.
Ah. I'm tempted to smack him.
I'm
You're
hurt,
welcome
Jed.
to.
After the courtesy that we showed you by not ending your life, and you decided to spy on us.
Well, if you consider it this way, you never told me not to spy on you guys.
I thought that was a little obvious. You know, common sense would have made a great play here.
And to think you were reporting what two young, vulnerable women were doing.
Oh my god, and we're so vulnerable.
Right. And he looks at, like, your weapons and, like, the 3 guns
Hey.
Fenric has on him. And he's like, okay, real vulnerable. Sure.
Yeah, and remind me again what happened to your teammates.
That's why I thought it was fine. If Agden showed up, you guys could take him.
And also remind me what happened.
Kill him?
It's
my
not a terrible idea.
I'll make sure to keep this in mind next time I save you from the swamp monsters.
Oh. Thank you?
Let's be perfectly clear, Jeb, and get something out in the air so that there's no chance that you don't quite understand. Do not send, and I'm going to stop for a second, accurate information back to old Longscarf. Lead him astray a little, perhaps, next time.
So he looks at you and goes, oh, I could.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
I could.
And you
Yeah.
will.
And you will, yeah?
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Because if he shows up unannounced again in an area that we weren't expecting to see him, you're going to be the first one on the chopping block.
Oh,
I can guarantee that.
okay. Copy that.
I'm gonna start, like, polishing my sword.
Just like wiping it off.
Just real itching for
Pull out like a
good
whetstone,
slice.
just like start sharpening. It's like, and there's that long,
Yeah.
like, shh.
a long like shh sound, and then followed up by a feeling some bunny tonight, eh?
The blade's so sharp, it could cut a rabbit's hair in half.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
so true. So
Still
true.
at Telemy Hill. Where would you guys like to go next? Or if you're just looking to stay here, you certainly can. It is what feels like midday, but time again is very weird in this realm.
Right. Well, I would first like to smoke. I'm feeling very stressed.
This is. You smoked once already today. This is another one. So this is how many
Yes,
cigarettes
I
left?
think
6?
Yeah. You had like 8
6
total,
yes, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah, I had like
2.
8. I don't even know where I put it. It's somewhere.
It's a number.
Somewhere in the inventory.
I don't even know where it is. Like, I just cannot. Hello? Smokes? Where did you go? Tarot cards? I don't know. I'll just put a new one in. It's fine. Smokes.
So if I had to make a suggestion, perhaps we should ask our friend Jeb if there's anyone in particular in this realm who's somewhat of a knower of many things, if not all things, who might be able to help us out in getting some information on some more of these characters we have yet to meet.
Well, There is someone in Downfall that knows the ins and outs of the realm. His name's Clapperclaw. He's a scarecrow, but he walks around all the time, and he's been around forever. But
Where would we find this scarecrow?
in Downfall, he lives in the village there,
Oh my.
right where Pavlorna is as well. But Downfall's not a terrible place as long as you abide by the rules. The Grung there are peaceful, they don't ever really fight. And, well, if you go in, keep your head down, I'm sure you could get through without Pavlorna finding out, or at least hunting y'all down.
Well, perhaps it's worth a shot for us to pay at least an initial visit to Downfall. Get a lay of the land,
think
so to
so.
speak.
Now, there are two ways of getting in. One, we could go through the Brigand's Tollway, through my people, and be relatively safe as long as you don't piss off Agden. The other way is if we go to the river and find some way to raft in or have some sort of swim in. That's the more quiet way of approaching.
Sure.
Well, for the moment, since we're merely trying to keep our heads down once we get into the town, we may be able to pay a visit to your merry band, Jeb.
Sure.
But I'm open to suggestions, Del and Luna.
I mean,
Perhaps we should stop at the inn as well if
Yeah.
we're going that way.
that's what I was thinking.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So do you guys want to try and find the inn first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, why are his eyes so wrinkly?
Why are whose eyes?
Oh
Man,
my,
yeah.
those are some very wrinkled eyes. Yes, I
We
agree.
just met him and look at how wrinkly he is.
He's old.
Wait, who's
Or
wrinkly?
he's just really
Whose
tired.
eyes?
If you look down in the corner,
Look in the,
in the corner where the rabbit is.
Oh,
Oh.
it's the art style. He's got like face rolls.
Sure, sure. Still.
Nasty.
Oh God, you posted it in the group chat.
Grody.
Scared.
He's crusty.
Oh, don't say it like that.
The only word better
Oh, it
than
makes me
moist.
think of
Crusty.
crunchy and crusty rabbit. Oh,
Crunchy
no.
rabbit.
I'm okay without, you know.
So I'd like everyone to give me a survival check as we try to make our way back to the inn at the end of the road.
Yes. Oh, wow, Del. Wow.
I have
Yay.
You all know the way. You're good to go. You see
Quality
the
survival.
tall inn. It's many legs walking along.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes. Well, we're back.
Oh,
Yay!
welcome back. You see Ernest step out. He peeks his head through a door. He's like,
Hello,
Are you releasing the pressure?
Monkey Man.
Oh, okay.
and he goes in the kitchen, comes back out, and he's got this tray of banana bread. And he grabs like a huge piece and just shoves it in his own mouth.
All right. Looks like somebody's excited to see us.
Well, it's not poisoned at least.
Yeah, I suppose there's that.
Oh, pass.
True. We need some help getting to a location.
Sure, I can definitely help. But first, let's eat.
Oh, of course.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Yes.
I'm going to approach cautiously, and if you hear noise in the background, that's our pressure cooker. It
Oh,
is
nice.
releasing pressure right now.
Hey.
Nice.
What are you making?
Soup.
Nice. Yes, the
It's
black
like a
kitty
leek
cat.
and potato soup.
So
sort of thing.
Sue sort of sits down at the end of the table and order up. You can hear her squawk, and she comes in with a nice arrangement of what looks like dinner food. There's some stews,
Right.
there's some poached lobsters, and a couple of drinks as well. A big pitcher of something that looks sparkling and alcoholic.
Ooh, I like that.
So, you all need help getting somewhere, you said. Where might that be?
Well, you are well aware of our objectives, and, well, we need to go to, my brain has left
Downfall.
me. What is it?
Downfall's the
Downfall.
town, and then within Downfall there is Bavlorna's cottage.
We
Right.
Way of,
need
what's
to
the
go down.
roadway thing?
Oh, so
Oh,
yes.
Brigand's Tollway.
Yeah, the Brigand's Tollway is one way to get through, and that's Agden's turf. The other option provided by Jeb was that you guys could go through the river. If you find
Right.
some sort of vehicle or we could build a raft or something.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think?
What do you think, old lady? Granny? Ma'am?
You want to
Oh, that's a
help?
good question.
You want to go to Downfall, and if you want to stay incognito, going by river would probably be the safest option. But also, if you go through the Brigand's Tollway, the Harengon are quite clever and could help you there if you earn their favor.
Okay.
Can you
No.
expect us to maybe give them something in return?
Absolutely. A gift given is always going to be rewarded with a gift returned. Now, Agden himself is quite a prideful little fellow.
I've noticed.
If you challenge him to something, he may be so inclined to accept that challenge. And if you beat him at whatever challenge, well, by his own pride, he might owe you one.
Oh,
Well, I do like a good challenge. What sort of things does he pride himself on being good at?
His speed, his ability to pilfer pockets. They call him the blue blur because all you can see sometimes is the blur of that blue scarf. If you were missing that scarf, however, then who knows? He might be able to
Right.
take away his advantage.
So the scarf is what gives him his speed.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But
You
he
did say
also
the scarf
said
was
that
sewn
it's,
into his skin, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he did say that
It was
the
sewn
scarf
into his
is
skin.
also acting as a
Ah.
as a tether of sorts, or maybe not tether.
See
Something.
Sue think about that for a moment. Like, it sounds like a curse. Are you familiar with removing curses?
I think I could be. I could learn tomorrow.
Let's just check here. I'm pretty sure remove curse is it's a
it
cleric
third
spell, and
level
it's a
spell?
third level spell. So
Okay,
if
I
you-
don't have it right now, but I could have it tomorrow.
So if that's something you want to prepare for tomorrow, certainly can.
I would.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Clerics, yo.
Clerics.
Oh, gotta write it in.
Well then. Seems you know what to do. What else can I help with?
Well, do you think you might be able to recommend or provide us with a handy method of transport to get from here to Brigand's Tollway?
She claps her hands a little. You can feel the inn move and shift. And you can see the direction that it was slowly wandering in before turn. Says, we'll make it closer so that during the morning you only have to walk a short distance.
Very
Sure.
kind of you.
That
Of course, thank you.
would be grand.
The other option is we could help you find a swamp balloon. That'll be a bit faster, but also at the same time, a bit more dangerous.
If you don't mind me asking, what's a swamp balloon?
You guys have seen one before. It was the hot air balloon that Sir
Oh.
Talavar was riding in and then
In
crashed.
my mind, I was imagining something more swampy and bulbous looking.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
When you say swamp balloon, I think something with nature. Anyway.
it is powered with swamp gas.
Ah, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like something from the farting bog out of Labyrinth.
Yeah.
You know what? That explains the puncture hole in the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Very volatile, that swamp gas.
Extremely so. But it's quick.
I think
Well, I
I
think
would
if you were to get us
personally
close
prefer
enough.
just walk.
Sorry, what was that, Del?
I would personally just prefer to walk.
Walking is the safer way.
Yes.
So, you can feel the inn moving slowly towards Brigand's Tollway. During this time, I'll put you guys back on the inn map. During this time, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Would you two care to meet to discuss a plan once we get the Brigand's Tollway?
Sure. I'm down. Let's
Del,
all meet
before
up
you
in the
get up-
same room as last time.
Del, before you get up,
Room?
Sue
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
reaches out, taps your hand, and she leans in and she says, "You actually have a visitor. Second floor, first room on the right.
Oh.
He's not doing too well, so he's resting."
Oh. Okay. He can wait. It's fine.
A visitor, huh?
Thank you for not leaving him to die.
He just nods, says, "I trust he'll be an accommodating guest."
Oh, God.
I hope so.
Oh my.
If he doesn't
Oh,
cooperate, you can always add
dear.
spicy peppers to his food and he'll start working.
Oh, good to know. Thank
Oh.
you.
Oh, hold up. There's a thing for this. Something spicy, huh?
Oh no.
There it is.
I'm a little scared.
Walk
She
in.
redeemed Careless Whisper.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right.
I'm gonna walk in and shoot this bra at Luna as we walk in here. This is still laying on the floor. God, does this
It
woman ever
is.
pick up her laundry?
Nope. Nope.
Luna's just
Jeez.
dancing on the bed.
She keeps her business clean. She lets it go when it comes to her own stuff.
Yep.
Oh, God. That's so
Fair
funny.
enough.
All right. So we start by getting there, I guess.
Yes. I feel like we might be able to put something together based on what Sue said when it comes to long scarf's want to accomplish challenges, but I think we might be able to sway the odds a bit in our favor.
Go on.
Would either one of you happen to know how to remove curses?
I can
I have a suspicion.
tomorrow.
Well, that'll be fine. I feel like we'll probably sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow ready to go.
Great.
But my thought is we could challenge dear old Longscarf to some sort of speed challenge, but find a way to relieve him of his scarf prior to the challenge beginning, because something tells me he won't be near as formidable of an opponent if his scarf is no longer in his possession.
That's not a half bad idea. I can see where that would go. Yeah. Hang on just a second. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Del.
Well, didn't he talk about wanting to remove the scarf? Maybe not directly, but he said that the scarf was his problem, right? That's what he used as an excuse, so if we offer a way to help him remove the scarf, then there's really no reason he can say no.
I
Very
would
astute
like
point.
to cast
Ooh, okay. Okay.
augury.
All right. And what would you like to ask?
How high of a percentile success rate do you believe we have?
Percentile. Okay, all right, hold up. Let me get out my calculator here. You know.
If we
Put on your
can
tax hat.
remove
Yep.
its curse from the scarf, get the scarf to fall off, and win the race, if we were to challenge him to a test of speed.
All right. You consult your deities, your abilities, the strands of fate, and to the best of your knowledge, when you look at that strand, considering that option of removing his scarf, there is not so much comfort, but rather confidence.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
feeling you get from it. No specific color for that
So-
one, but
No specific color, but maybe like the strand feels
It's brighter.
girthier. It's thicker.
sure.
Yeah, it's brighter, maybe. I don't know. Confidence. I like it. All right.
What's wrong
I
with
think-
being confident?
Well, Fenric, I think that's a pretty splendid idea, and I think we stand a good chance. But how do you propose we get the scarf off once the curse is gone?
It only takes one person to grab it.
That's true.
Or we could cut it.
And how are we doing this whole race of speed thing? Is it like what? Dash 100 meters? 200? 400?
I don't know that it would have to be too terribly long, but it would probably need to be a long enough race that between the start and the finish, we could come up with some sort of plan to get the scarf off of him as he goes, if that makes sense.
Right. That would definitely suggest an 800-meter track.
If I may, I do have Entangle.
Oh.
So, if you would like to play a little bit dirty,
Mhm.
I don't quite see there's anything wrong with it, considering I'm not taking anything that isn't mine.
Actually, and this is if in case I would say like if one of the other parts of the plan fail, I could cast command.
What would that do?
Well, it's gotta be one word, just one word,
Stop.
and I'm gonna cast command on Fenric or Fenric.
Oh, okay. What's the command you give him?
Sorry. I'm gonna say, let's see here. He's probably sitting, so I'm gonna say down, so he ends up going on the floor.
Okay. Fenric, give me a wisdom saving throw. I believe it is for command, right?
Yes.
And what's your spell save DC?
I think so. 14.
All right, so Fenric does not have to obey the command, but you definitely feel the magic of the word enter your brain and really try to convince you to just fall on your ass.
All right.
Something similar to that, only if it had worked, you know. You're just so strong mentally. I don't understand.
I'm just wise beyond all reason. No.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Well, perhaps we do have that as a backup plan if we need it.
Would probably be for the best. I think I can also out of character. I think I can also make him re-roll a d20, but I don't know. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, the first thing I gotta do tonight is get started on changing out.
Figure out how to remove
Taking a look
curses.
through my spell book, you know, I gotta do something about magic and shit. Open it,
Understood.
read it,
Magic and shit.
you know.
Very important.
Magic, it's super important. You know what? You're not a spellcaster, so you can't tell me.
Now I just want you to
What
have
is
this
spellcasting?
giant book that you slam on the table and it says magic and shit on the cover of it.
Just bam.
Bible.
Boom. Okay, well, I'll leave you to your book.
Oh, listen it. This has made Booger very upset. He's yelling at me.
Oh no, the book slamming?
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm the one who mentioned the Bible, and I don't think he liked that very much.
No. I don't think your bird liked that very much either.
Your bird is
Booger's
possessed.
an atheist, confirmed.
Oh god, it's definitely a demon in there, confirmed.
Yep. As you leave Fenric, you do notice this whole time that little black cat has been sitting on this side table in the hallway. It just looks at you when you walk
I don't.
up.
Oh,
Hello, Tiny
strange
One.
cat, strange cat.
Can I walk up to it and like hold my hand out to see what it does?
Yeah, it gives your hand a couple sniffs and then a lick.
The black cat showing up made my eye twitch for a good, like,
Okay.
15 seconds.
Watch it be
Trying to know what
completely
is it, what
innocuous,
is it?
like it was just flavor-wise, and it freaks her out for the rest of the night.
I just feel my eye twitching really intensely, and I'm like,
I just see Luna standing at the door going, a black cat. Like, oh no, everything okay?
no, nothing's okay. Everything's gone to shit.
But Fenric,
Anyway.
as you walk past the cat, you notice it does sort of give your shadow a brief hiss, as if it's seeing something there.
Oh. Oh. Oh! I got it.
Agatha?
Hmm? Yes?
Does the cat know something that I don't?
I mean, the cat can probably see me, and I'm technically dead, so many creatures fear the dead, or the undead.
Well, perceptive little critter, isn't he?
Yes, they are. You can feel a bit of sadness in her voice.
Agatha, what's wrong?
It's, I'm dead, and sometimes living things hate me. That's not the nicest feeling.
Well, there's one individual that doesn't hate you.
Oh? And who might that be? Oh my
Me, of
god,
course.
Angel's dying. Oh.
I've rather enjoyed having you along.
If a ghost could blush.
Tell me, Agatha, how long had you been on your own before we met?
A few decades. Trapped in that village. Nothing but squirrels and overgrowth to keep me company.
Well, that is a long time to be alone.
It is. It's nice to be not alone anymore.
Yeah. I myself have been alone for a long time as well. So I know that feeling, even though I'm still on this side of the curtain, so to speak.
And I don't wish for you to join me on this side just yet. Still have a lot of life left to live.
Only there were a way for us to bridge the curtain for a short amount of time, you know?
Oh. Perhaps. Give me just a general charisma roll.
Oh, I was a save. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. Can I roll? Oh, okay. I can't roll charisma.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
The shadow detaches herself from your body. And so it goes up to the door and pushes it shut. You can see her hand go to the lock and just click. And she walks up to you and says, for a little bit, I can interact with the world. And she runs her hand across your cheek. You can feel it's not warm, but it's not cold. It's just there.
Well, you might have mentioned sooner that you could do something like that.
Well, you never asked, and I didn't want to alarm you in any way.
Well, I'm glad I bothered to ask tonight.
Me too. And we'll cut to black on that one. We're
My
just
God, peeping Tom!
I know, right? But if you want to see what happens in that bedroom, go subscribe to Angel's Patreon.
That's right. Patreon.com.
Yes.
Angel Production.
Oh my god, I swear, I'm the biggest fan.
All right. Dell, you step into this room.
I knock 3 times first.
Oh, okay. You knock 3 times, you get no response.
That's okay. I don't need to get a response. That's not the purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
You step in, you see a horrific sight. The bed is covered in blood. There are candles arranged in a pentagram on the floor. There is a body of an elven man floating in the middle of this pentagram as he starts speaking in some sort of... What, do you speak Infernal?
I don't think I do.
Holy shit.
No.
Uh-oh.
It's not really up my alley, but I will offer him a glass of wine.
Oh my god, why?
And that is what you hear. Give me a perception check, please.
While I'm pouring him
You
a glass
made
Arky. After looking at it for more than like 10 seconds, you realize, oh, this is an illusion. And it just wipes away. And you see Farron laying in bed, looking somewhat injured, but holding back giggles. Thank Poison for that. He rolled for the adding a demonic sacrificing circle.
You know what? That's fine, because I've already dealt with this before.
I'm dying. Oh my god. My heart, my soul, I need cookies.
I'm gonna offer him the glass of wine that I poured while he spilled out his beautiful love confession.
He takes the wine. He like sips at it. It spills like down his shirt. He's like, oh, I can't move my torso.
Oh, that's too bad. Blue does look good on you, though.
Oh, thank you. So breaking in here was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yes. He lifts up his right hand. You see there are 2 fingers missing. His ring finger and pinky finger. Just like bandage cover stumps. He's like, had to sacrifice 2 of those to get in here. I wonder if I'll miss them.
Well, I'm sure you will.
I thought I was going to be the one helping you here, but it seems I'm in your care now.
It does seem that way.
Oh my god.
How have things gone? Ooh. Thank you. He will gladly accept the healing.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice in it, does he?
No, not at all.
What's he gonna do? Swat me away so I can, I don't know, touch him again? He can't run away.
He literally cannot move.
Oh, fuck.
Things have gone well. And you do realize that you didn't really need to come here.
Well, no, but I was worried and, you were in a dangerous spot. I thought an archfey or 2 could lend a hand. Was not expecting this powerful of a bond. I guess Saipino is, still a little bitter about me.
You do realize that she's not in power, right?
I was hoping her curses and her barriers had gone down because of that, but still as strong as ever.
And what did you do to anger her?
What didn't I do? I'm going to be out of commission for a bit, but as soon as I have my strength back, I will lend you all the strength and all the power you need. In the meantime,
Well, that's good to know.
and he sort of leans in and arches his neck a bit. He's like, do you need to eat?
I'm fine.
Okay, all right. You see Angel's face go like, ooh.
I know, but I have no glasses, so I don't really see what's happening.
Uh-oh.
Is this no glasses redemption for D&D?
Yeah, Arky did it.
Nice.
I've been betrayed by the husband.
Uh-oh.
No, just because I'm fine. Well, if you're offering, though
I
feel
have
a
this.
bit bad.
I have the strength for that. There's still blood in my body.
Yes, but not much of it.
There's enough.
Is there?
I hope so. And if not, it just means it's easier for me to get drunk.
That is not the right mentality to have.
You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Then
Everything's so spicy this evening.
Sorry, what was that,
as a
doll?
preemptive measure,
Oh boy. That is a lot of healing.
Oh my God.
it's motivation. That's what it is.
I saw touch
Okay.
cure wounds and I was like, oh, touching? Yeah, lots
Ooh.
of touching.
Touching? Touching?
It's gotta you do need physical contact to cure wounds, so.
Call me a paladin because I'm laying hands.
All right.
So Farron is able to move his body slightly. He sort of grabs one side of the bed and pulls himself over to the side a bit, so he's no longer laying in the middle. And the other arm pats the empty space next to him.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. He is
Hold on,
a
I
little
have
bit
one more. Hold on. I don't think you understand how many cure wounds I can cast.
Oh my god, you might get him back to full.
Oh my god. 8 plus the 13. Jesus. The 16 and 11 was quite a bit too.
Are we picturing the hand moving as it's healing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can picture whatever you like.
It's like
Alright.
rubbing lotion together, be like, here, enjoy your healing.
That's healing right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep, I'll do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh boy.
my.
On yourself or on
Magical
him?
enchantment.
You know what? You know what?
Bear's endurance. Oh my god. I love it.
Oh, on both?
Yeah.
It's a concentration spell. You only get to pick one.
Okay, fair.
Well, if you upcast it, you can target 2.
No, I already healed him.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
You'll be alright.
Can't move.
You're at full health.
He gets the cripple bonus.
So, I guess that's going to be a cut to black as well.
Before I get started on the spell stuff and shit,
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Sending
Yep.
while holding Vaughn's mask.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, stay strong. We're on our way. We have some leads, and I'll leave it at that.
You hear back. It's nice to hear your voice. I'm pretty lonely right now. Still stuck in prison. Good luck. And stay safe.
I have another cast of Sending I could do. Just to... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use my last spell slot of my level 3.
Might as well.
Cast Sending again. Because I'm going to sleep. Or going to sleep. Anyways. I'm gonna say back to him, stop sounding like a little bitch. Quit whining, we're on our way. Leave it at that.
You hear a reply back. It says, ouch. Keep good care of my
waste
mask.
her time on. Oh, okay, all right.
Still
all
got your
right.
cigarettes waiting for you.
Ugh. The rest of them? Wait.
You're out of sendings. Good luck.
Oh, fuck. Can I stick my head out the window? Will I get better reception?
Are you wearing the mask?
Kidding. was a little. I think right now she's holding it and using it for the sending.
Okay. If
To
you
make it a
put
little
on
bit
the
of a
mask,
stronger connection.
you see that pink strand go from you and off to the distance. It's almost as if it's pulsating. Like a heartbeat. But not your own, someone else's.
I see. I understand now. Luna's just gonna. She sees that when she puts on the mask. She fucking sees it, and then she just goes, "Nope, that's a problem for a different day," and goes straight back into the book and shit.
Luna, give me a perception check.
Oh no. 17.
You wish your hearing was worse. Because it's not only you can hear both the beds, it's that they're going at different rhythms. So it's very obvious that there's two, and if they were going at the same time, you could pretend it was one. It's like, and then the other one's like, it's like, oh.
Luna's gonna
Does she
lie
really wish
there
her hearing was worse though? Does she?
stare at the ceiling and contemplate many things. Mostly, how did I end up here? Secondly, I should have never taken that circus job.
I'll say the cat sort of pushes its way into the room and climbs onto the bed next beside you.
Aw, I have a cat. That's nice. I'm gonna pet it. And as I'm petting, I'm just like talking as if the cat could talk and going, "Ah, yes, many pets, much love. Yay." I'm not alone. But secretly, she's whispering deep down inside her heart, and there's a little bit of singing there too, where it's just kind of like, "I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own."
So, the next day arrives, and when you look out the windows, everyone's feeling quite refreshed, except maybe Luna.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You know what? Can I take a point of exhaustion?
If you really want to, yeah. Oh wait, no. Because you do have to take a long rest to change your spell. So if you do change the spell,
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
Eventually,
We're long rested.
yeah,
the bed stopped creaking and you get to sleep.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
You wake up a
it's
little
fine.
later. You need more coffee than the rest of them.
I do. I need a coffee and another smoke. In fact, morning smoke sounds great. Let's
Wait.
take another one off.
When you get downstairs, you see a breakfast has been prepared for you, everyone. There seems to be extra pitchers of juice, and as you know, Fenric and Dell walk down, so sort of just gives them a little nudge and says, "Replenish your fluids. Here you are."
Mm-hmm.
And she sees Luna, and she's like, "Here." Hands her a little pouch and this older-looking wooden pipe. It's not what you're used to, but it'll satisfy the craving. And you open the pouch, and there's loose leaf tobacco in there.
Thank goodness. Some extra smokes. Should I just write down how many smokes I have then? Because it's like, that would be easy.
No, this is fine. You have a pipe now, so you can keep smoking,
Okay.
sort of. Remember, kids, smoking is cool in fantasy, not cool in real
In
life.
fantasy,
Yes.
not in real life. No, I was gonna say. All right.
But yes.
Hey, could I grab
Thanks.
a plate of breakfast and bring it up? Because I'm pretty sure he's still
Sure thing.
unable
Yeah.
to move.
Yes. Farron was still asleep when you went down. So, we're about 20-minute walk from Brigand's Tollway. If you approach with your little friend outside, you should be safe. I will remind you this of the Harengon. They don't abide by the rule of thievery, by the rule of
Right.
ownership. So keep your pockets close, keep your eyes about.
Okay.
And best of luck.
We thank you again for your hospitality and your recommendations.
Of course.
Yeah.
I trust you heroes can do more good for this land than anyone else can.
We'll do our very darndest. All right, everyone, nice and loose and limber and ready to go.
What you trying to say, Luna?
Nothing.
Nothing. So walk by and give you a little smirk as I walk by.
I'm just like, I both want to give Fenric a high five and not at all.
High five him and then slap him like, God,
God, my
I'd like to be
sleep
able to
was.
sleep next time. Ooh.
So, we're heading to Brigand's Tollway then?
Let's do it.
All right. Dill, anything you want to do before we head out?
I'm leaving him a message if he doesn't wake up.
Surely. He's still asleep, but if you want to wake him up, you can.
Yeah, fuck him. He
Well,
All
you already
that
did
blood
that,
loss.
so.
You already did that, so
Heyo.
needs sleep. He's an elf.
Just because you don't need it doesn't mean it's not nice. But yeah, he's still recovering.
Other than
he's
that,
recovering
I
all
give
that
him-
blood loss.
I give him some. Yeah, he needs some more. More than I do.
Jesus, what was going on in there?
If I'm guessing correctly, Dell is a very vampy lady.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Blah 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 blah.
Finger guns.
That's a
hey.
good answer.
Hey. All right, so you leave him a message if you want to write down what that message is. But other than that, perfect. And you meet up with the rest of the group. So, group of you start heading out towards the Brigand's Tollway. It is a series of platforms and bridges built on top of very loose and wet marshland. There is quite a bit of fog covering it, allowing for the Harengon to easily take cover and stay hidden, but once they see you, most of them do reveal themselves. You see, as you're walking along these walkways, led by Jeb, they feel quite rickety and in poor shape. You feel like if you were to run across them or sprint across them, you could cause some damage and perhaps fall in. So this would be considered difficult terrain if you're moving at an accelerated pace. If you're just walking normally, it's fine.
Hold on.
Although
I'm gonna change browsers real quick.
Yeah,
I
no
think
worries.
my game is frozen for some reason.
All of the
After a refresh.
causeways lead to a very large, enormous ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet above the surface of the bog. There are some platforms built into the tree stump, as well as rope ladders and just ropes in general hanging off of it, letting people climb up. Jeb leads you there, and with the giant snail, he sort of stays at the bottom. But as you guys climb up, you see Agden, sitting on a makeshift wooden throne amongst his people who are, working away on this big stump. He's got piles and piles of random trinkets surrounding this throne, kind of like a treasure hoard. He sees your group, he says, they come to pay me a visit. How y'all doing?
I would like to curtsy to him.
He stands up from his throne, presents a bow, and says, well, thank you. Please, come, sit, relax. By the rules of hospitality, I will grant you good eats, good drinks. And he claps his hands a bit, and you see a couple Harengon bring over little wooden mugs full of this opaque orange liquid, and then several platters of just like raw vegetables that have been cleaned. Got some onions, some carrots, cucumbers, sticks of celery, all sorts of stuff.
All right. I will drink the mysterious orange liquid.
It's quite sweet.
I wouldn't know that. I can't taste.
I would say you know there's sugar in things,
Okay.
but you just don't remember what it actually tastes like. You take a sip.
I feel my blood sugar rising.
And looking at the liquid, looking at the vegetables, it's like, oh, this is carrot juice.
I will refrain from making rabbit jokes.
Did Angel have to
Where
disappear for a sec?
Yeah, she's off for just a second.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No worries. Fenric, your PC's all good to go. The browser's all good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect. Watch the pressure cooker exploded or something. There's soup everywhere. Potato and leek everywhere.
Y'all don't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, do you?
I do.
Do you remember the episode where Terry walks in and Boyle's been like making the whatever like lamb
Yeah.
pressurized cooker from Kazakhstan or something, and he's like,
All right.
I'm not going out to soup making
Thank you.
accident.
And he was
Sorry,
like,
I'm back.
oh, to buy this, I had to get on so many watch lists.
Yeah. I'm now on all the terrorist watch lists.
Oh yeah.
I was ordering bubble tea.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, pressure cookers can actually be dangerous if you're not careful.
They
There's
can.
one thing where, like,
Yeah.
and most other household appliances, they just burn your house down. That actually can blow up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy to think about.
I have this like mild, not phobia, I guess, but like fear of any sort of like pressurized tank. So I'm like, if an oxygen tank is in general proximity of me, I'm like giving it the side eye the whole time I'm around it because I'm like, please don't blow up. Please don't blow up.
Have you ever watched Final Destination?
Yes, and that's exactly why.
The barbecue at the end?
With driving behind like trucks that are
Yeah.
poles, I'm like, no, hell no, get out of my way.
It's like, it's worse than any other horror movie because it's like, these are things that could happen in real life.
Exactly.
Encountering a serial killer, super low chances. They're crazy people. But someone fucking up like a log truck, yeah, that seems pretty normal. People can be lazy.
Yeah.
Chains can snap.
No, thank you.
Nope. Alrighty, so Adele, Luna, Fenric, you guys are now in the presence of Agden Longscarf atop the big stump.
Yay.
What would you like to do?
Well, we had a Fenric, something about a race.
Thank you. Take introvert.
Are we gonna tell him about the breaking the curse thing first, or challenging him to a race thing first?
Yeah, I kind of feel like the initial discussion was around like,
I think we should do the curse thing first,
Okay.
yeah,
personally.
yeah.
All right.
Is there a way that he wouldn't? I wonder if there's a way he wouldn't know that like he's not cursed anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but
It's like if the scarf is still on him, like as far as he knows, would it still be attached?
So I will say this: the curse, based on how Sue described it, appears to be just forcing him to wear the scarf permanently. So
Yeah.
removing that curse gives him the ability to remove the scarf. You could ask him just try taking it off, and he would figure it out pretty quickly.
Okay.
okay, all right. Well, should we offer the race then?
Could we perhaps try something?
Sure.
What is it you want to try?
Well, we are a collection of people, and we all have our different skills. And you mentioned that you were in a bit of a predicament. So is there something that we could perhaps try?
Be persuasion check, Del.
Such persuasion.
So that's an 18.
18. All right. I'm open to any suggestions. What is it you want to try?
Well, you mentioned something about, I don't know. Magic? Perhaps?
Perhaps.
And at least 2 of us are spellcasters. So we were
That's
thinking
true.
that we could solve your problem.
Oh? How might that happen?
You trust us?
As much as I can right now.
I'm gonna look over at Dell.
I will look
You want
at
me
you.
to? Okay, all right. That's enough confirmation for me. I'm gonna walk up to him and kneel down, touch his shoulder, and cast a funky thing. My sheet's not open. Fuck.
Casting Remove Curse.
Yes,
All right. So,
it's indeed the case.
Oh, did we get a long
There
rest
we go.
there?
you did, yes. You guys
Yeah.
did. We've got a list.
Did we recover HP for that?
Yes, you're
Uh-huh.
back to full. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You got all your grip points back, and you would have your action search back as well.
and luck, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, sorry.
No worries. So, Acton, as the spell progresses, he's sort of looking at his hands, he's looking at the scarf, and he starts tugging at it, and then it just slips right off. And he's holding it loosely in his hand. He's like, oh, and he's rubbing his eyes like, oh, God, goodness, that feels so much better. Oh, thank you. Now I can truly be free of these gags. God damn.
I kneel before him and kind of put my hands on top of his. Not in like a I'm gonna grab your scarf and run kind of way, but in like a I'm trying to be, I don't know. I'm
Nice.
not trying to threaten
Sympathetic.
him. I'm trying to be yes, I'm sympathetic.
Yep.
You're trying to be sympathetic, which is
So-
not a bad thing.
Now do you
We
trust
say
us?
So go ahead, Fenric.
No, go ahead.
He says, I do. And he folds up the scarf and looks at it for a moment. And he puts it in Dell's hands and he says, this has caused me far too much pain for far too long.
Then are you willing to help us?
We certainly are. You can see the other Harringons sort of cheering. They look like they're ready to fight. you have the backing of the Harengon Brigand. You have about a militia of approximately 20 people who are decently trained. They have access to firearms, but they're not the best fighters. Their health is limited, so Agden himself will also help should you need it. And you also have access to 5 giant snails that can be used for traveling purposes.
My goodness.
Ooh, a big snail. Okay.
Snail. Yay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, or should we stay here for a little bit?
What's our friend's name again? That's Longscarf, but what's his first name?
Agden.
Agden. Agden.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about your scarf. Is it something that you've had forever?
For quite some time. It's the first thing I ever stole. Stole it from a wizard, and he put an enchantment on it that made the wearer quite fast. And I was able to use it to consolidate my power, impress the common folk, rise up. But back in the days as Ibina, I was using the scarf for rather nefarious purposes. I was caught, punished. They strung me up by my scarf and drove a golden nail into it, pinned me to this tree so I could never leave. So when the hags came to power, well, I offered my people, and they cut down the tree. And with it, pulled out the golden nail, and I was free. But freedom, as you can tell, and he sort of, again, rubs at his neck, comes with a price. I traded one shackle for another, and I've regretted it ever since. For you to free me, I thank you, and I can offer whatever it is you need in reciprocity.
Would I have a handkerchief on me?
Sure.
A fabric handkerchief? And could I tie it around his neck?
Oh, like a little bandana sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Go
you
for
still
it.
stand out.
That's sweet.
It does feel good. So, you guys do have Agden's scarf. If you were to put it on, you would gain a 70-foot movement speed.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
That's his movement speed, so now it's back to normal, but the scarf gives you 70 feet of movement speed.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay.
Speedy.
Speedy.
I don't know which one of us needs to move, but
Well, while you guys decide that, it is still pretty early in the day. You guys getting here was very quick because the inn moved for you. What would you like to
Yes.
do here at the big stump?
Oh.
Is there what? Sorry?
Oh.
is there a big
Let's celebrate the removal of his scarf.
Have a big party?
Yeah, let's celebrate. Why not?
Why not?
I'm
Oh.
a chef.
You are a chef.
Yay.
You do spot several pretty high-end ingredients amongst the pile of trinkets here. You do find there are several bags, pouches, filled with winter truffle.
Ooh.
As well, if you wish to hunt or at least request, small game, they're able to go out and do that for you.
No, I wouldn't want to make them go out and try and get things when, we're going to be moving pretty soon.
True.
So I'll just work with vegetables and make a nice good old vegetable soup.
Sounds good. So, with celebration in mind, drinking and food has been brought out. You guys have a slight little celebration here. How long do you want to do that for, or do you want to just spend the rest of the day doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say we, could spend a few hours doing that.
Sure.
Might be a benefit for us to talk to Agden after, we've had a few drinks or whatever to
Relax and calm down.
Yeah.
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 So you see, after a little bit, he seems to be not inebriated, but comfortably drunk. And he's hanging about at the, at his little throne there, sharing war stories with some of you guys. Oh, one time I ran into a dragon den and got off with, well, I thought it was a bunch of gold, but turns out it was just a pile of shiny rocks. And it was a kobold den, not a real dragon.
Who my?
But how can my
Imagine
people
that
help?
was, quite the welcome and not welcome sight to behold at the same time.
You know, if it was a dragon den, then I'd probably be dead. So,
Right.
I appreciated the fact that it wasn't a real dragon.
Well, here's to you still being in your corporeal form and not crispy.
Indeed.
Yes.
So,
Oh, God.
how can my people help yours? What's the plan?
Well, we're trying to get some additional information on the situation here in the land. It's obvious that the hags just have a tendency of taking whoever they choose, please, and forcing them to do God knows what,
Right.
whilst they're under their influence or even being kept by them. So if there's a way for us to free more people from the influence of the hags, then perhaps that's the avenue we should pursue.
You're absolutely right. I think the easiest way to do that is just kill the hags.
Make it sound so simple.
Sometimes it is.
So how would you go about accomplishing such a task?
Well, if you get to Bavlorna, I would say one of the best things you could do is to keep her out of the water. You fight her in her home, you fight her on land, she'll be less powerful there. As soon as she touches the swamp, she can just melt right in and vanish. Grab people from underneath. It's quite dangerous when she's underwater.
Luna,
Yes.
you have any cold magic?
Let me check. I'm gonna scroll through my book.
Yep.
I can have it tomorrow.
I would also say, if you're looking to fight her, make sure she doesn't get too close. He sort of eyes your gun and then sees that these two don't have like range weapons. He's like, you two might be in trouble, but that's a good weapon against her. Keep your distance away from her jaws. I've seen her swallow herring gone whole.
Oh.
You don't need to worry about me.
I'll just fly.
That works.
I believe I can fly.
I'll pull out Maestro,
Ooh.
which
I was gonna
is
say-
in his bow form right now. But
You still have this scarf, right, Aiko?
yes,
I'll
I
just
do.
look over at you and say, well, that may be a very good use for that scarf that you've got.
Oh. True.
Keep your distance.
no, I don't really have to go close to her.
High decks. Go and bop out.
I do not have high decks, actually. I have mediocre decks.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know that life.
All my points went into charisma.
That makes sense. I have at least 16 points in Dex. I'm a high Dex cleric
Let's
with no stealth.
Let's
okay.
go.
Wee.
So,
Thinking of. Sorry.
I suppose the scarf would work very well when running away.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
whoever needs it. Or could we cut the scarf into 3 and each one of us have?
I don't
probably-
know
that probably
if
breaks the
that's
enchantment.
how that works.
Unfortunately,
I
that
think
would probably
so.
destroy it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you
Uh,
want it destroyed necessarily.
Oh. What other magical items, if any, have you found in your thievery days? Anything else that might come in handy for us or your
Let me
group?
see here.
Wait, do you have a magical item collection? I want to take a look.
You see there's that pile of trinkets around him. That's sort of what he's flipping through right now. And he's looking for things that might be useful. I will say, he finds a few items. Says, well, we've got this chime. It could be used to open some doors.
Ah, yes. I've seen that before.
And he pulls out this helmet. It's got like these sort of dragon wings on top and this jewel in the middle. Looks pretty intimidating. He puts it on. He said, this one doesn't do a whole lot, but it's fun to have. And you can see his eyes are glowing red, and you can't really make out the details.
Interesting.
And
Anything else?
why don't you guys give me an investigation check, all 3 of you?
Okay. Investigation.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Fine, this is
The
how
best
Baron
one
organizes
was
this stuff too.
Tell.
Fenric and Luna, the 2 of you search through. You find bits of jewelry, some stuff that's worth a decent amount of gold. Nothing you can find is completely magical, though. I'll say between the 2 of you, you find about 50 gold each worth of jewelry. It's actually got some worth. Adele, you were looking for vegetables for your stew. And you happen to find... give me an Arcana check, actually.
Hey.
You find what you thought was a regular mundane bag of beans. And looking it over, you're like, oh no, these are magical beans.
Oh, these are the bag of beans.
Oh,
Got
snap.
you.
Oh.
Don't put those in your stew.
No.
Could you imagine?
I think that'd make an amazing
What is
stew.
oh god, what's the movie I'm thinking of where is it
Jack
the
and the
Page Master?
Beanstalk?
Where I think it's a Page Master where he ends up being eaten by the dragon, but he drops the bean or opens the book inside the dragon's stomach, and like the beanstalk starts growing out of the dragon and like pops out of his mouth and coming up on top.
Oh.
That'd be
That's
cool.
Oh. That's so brutal.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It was a
Goddamn.
cartoon. It wasn't too. Yikes.
That could be like
Yikes.
hella gory, though.
Yeah. Well, then the dragon just starts like chopping on the beanstalk to get it to come back down or whatever. But yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I
So,
digress.
So, you do find some magic items that could be of use. A chime of opening for breaking open doors. A dread helm, which is more of a cosmetic item. And then bag of beans.
I will add the chime to my thieves' tools.
Sure.
Or keep it around that
Yep.
area.
Sounds
Might
good.
come in handy for some fun little intimidation checks or something.
Yeah, you put on the helmet, it's like immediately you're just kind of dark and terrifying looking.
Already describes him. Have you seen him?
That's fine.
True.
Adds to the overall dark and broody look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're getting more edgy with it
Mhm.
Yeah.
every episode.
That's right. More and more emo as we go.
As we go. All right.
But
So it does get to evening. Do you guys wish to stay here for the night and rest, or do you want to head out early, or head out under the cover of night? It's another option.
we said we needed ice magic, yes?
Well, I'm just thinking we could freeze the water.
It's not a bad idea.
It
Let
might
me
take
take a
a
look
little
at
bit more
Claire's
ice magic than we
spells
need.
to see what I can do. Let me see if there's anything I can do with freezing. Okay, not that one. Augury calm emotions. To a whole person, look out. Warding bonds of truth.
I think we should be fine for the most part, but
I think so too. Optionally, I think I could do. So, is it that we need to walk over top of the water, or is it that we
no,
just.
but if she dives in, I'm thinking maybe we
Right.
can just freeze the water over, and then she can't really pull us in if it's frozen.
Okay. Don't have a
It would
lot of
have to be a
options.
certain amount of frozen, otherwise it would just crack. But it might keep us from completely dying. I do have Ray of Frost, which isn't too bad.
I think you have more than I would, because Cleric List does not
I have
give
only
too
Ray of
much in
Frost.
the way of elemental stuff. Let me see.
Fair.
Nah, not that I can see, anyways. I
one
can
other
create
thing.
destroy water.
You did say you had some ammunition around, yes?
We absolutely do.
Might take a look through that and see if I can find anything that would come in handy for our little adventure as well.
Sure thing. He shows you their stash. They've got pistol ammo, rifle ammo, basically both types of ammunition that you would use.
Okay. If I may, I'd like to take some of the rifle ammo.
We can give you 50 rounds.
Perfect. Takes me to 70 from 20. I'll take that. All right.
One other thing he offers is a raft. So if you guys do want to go the waterway, they can give you a vehicle for that. Otherwise, you can also just approach on foot from their walkways.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering about electricity-based stuff.
Ooh.
That would work too.
Shock the water, yeah.
I mean, it never hurts to be prepared multiple fronts.
Yeah. Are there any cleric spells that involve electricity?
Lightning damage?
Either
Yeah.
that or the other option is we could consider using something to try to keep her in her house so that the water is not even
An issue.
a last issue if we needed it in a case of an
I
emergency.
mean, technically, yes. I don't know that I have a whole lot in that way, though.
Yeah.
Hold person, I guess I could do. That would keep her in a spot.
True.
I have entangled. I can.
And you have entangle. I have command.
That's true because we don't need that anymore. We thought about using that for.
I could also cast silence on her in her area, and then she can't do
I'll
any
say give me an Arcana
spells.
check. Everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
Arcana. Arcana. Ha! Oh,
Not too shabby.
not too shabby at all.
So is anyone else going to roll for Arcana or just Angel?
Sure. I didn't know who you wanted to roll.
Yeah, just everyone.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys are preparing and sort of talking things out, a few details about hags that you might just recall from general knowledge. They're more powerful when the entire coven is together. A hag alone is at their weakest. A hag's lair protects them, but all the lairs have a weakness. Del, with the 21, a hag, when they're inside their lair, is actually when they're the weakest. If they're inside and you're outside, that's the difference. It's good protection, but once you get past the walls of the initial layer itself, that's when there's problems. So getting into their home and getting into their lair is going to be the hardest part.
Okay. 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 So who here has Misty Step?
Oh boy.
I can pretty much guarantee you, not me.
I do not, but let me check a thing. What level is Misty Step?
2. It would not be on your spell list. No.
Would not. No. No.
So just okay, great. Well, I can get into her house if she has windows.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot in terms of that specific sort of magic. I can
Ooh, but perhaps
give a
maybe-
motivational speech.
Well, that might not be too bad. Maybe we just talk our way in and then immediately resort to violence.
Oh God.
Though that might interrupt the rules, though I guess we are kind of rule breakers.
At this point,
yeah.
I'll say Agden does speak up. He says, if you're wanting to break into the, her place of residence, her little cottage, best way to do it might be to slip in undetected. Well, me and my brigands, we can cause a ruckus, distract all the other villagers, distract even Bavlorna herself.
Oh,
You
I
guys
hope
sneak
you
in.
distract well. Click clank, click clank.
Would it be a situation where we could lure her away and then get into her cabin and wait for her? Set a trap of sorts.
What if we try to figure out what her schedule is?
Yeah, she
We
rarely
just
leaves.
stake out for a couple days.
Do you want to go to Downfall then and actually stake it out, or because you're not
Might
going to
not be
know
a
much
bad
from
idea.
at the stump.
No. Maybe we should at least take a look and see what it is we're going up against and
Well,
give
perhaps
us a
we
better
could,
idea.
Yeah, perhaps we could take a look at Downfall and get an idea of the lay of the land, so to speak, and then perhaps seek out the scarecrow that seems to be mentioned several times that knows a lot. Perhaps he could tell us more about her lair and what we might expect.
I think that would be a good idea.
Splendid.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
All right, so do you guys want to head into Downfall
Yeah.
by way of land or river?
I'll go with river so we don't draw a lot of attention
Yeah,
to
I'm
ourselves.
good with river as well.
Sounds good. So, in that case, let me put you guys on the map here. It's going to be a pretty big map, so you're going to need to
Oh.
zoom out.
How exciting. Oh, thank you, Hoku. Guys, hydrate.
No, that's just you.
No, it's everybody, I swear, because it's Hoku.
No, it's just you.
Lies!
So, you approach Downfall by way of raft. So if you scroll out, it'll be on the far left there. There's a thick fog covering most of the land. So it's hard to see past wherever it is you're going. But following along the river's current, as you round a corner, you do see there's a group of bullywugs, a group of frog folk. So we're just playing and bathing in the river. Give me a nature check, please.
Uh-oh, I right-clicked on something weird. There we go. And...
Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
There we go.
worries.
Oh, my little wee 5.
So, these bullywugs are... they're not exactly young. They look to be maybe like middle-aged. But this is sort of what they look like. They are armed, but they don't appear to be hostile. And in a croaky Sylvan, they say, "Welcome to Downfall, travelers."
Oh, I understood that.
Oh, I also understand that. I would like to say thank you very much. We will enjoy our stay here in Sylvan.
Sounds
I
good.
would like to grunt in Sylvan.
Sounds the same in every language. But
Universal.
They let you
Universal grunting.
They
Anyway.
let you pass, and they explain that, well, you could dock over that way. They point to the north. There's a dock that comes into view.
Mm-hmm.
And as the mist sort of
Oh,
clears, you do
yes.
see more and more of the frog folk and their village.
Oh my. These croakers are,
Wait,
quite
what'd you just call me?
advanced.
Don't call
What?
them that.
You can't use that
No,
word.
there's-
That's our word.
Wait, did you
No,
say
perhaps
that?
you should keep
I
things to
think you just
internal
heard
dialogue.
something, you know? Oh, thank you.
Some of Luna's old tweets have resurfaced.
Oh no, not the tweets.
no.
Not
Luna's
the
getting canceled.
Twitter.
Yep.
I don't think they're as old
Not
as you
the
think.
Twitter. I don't wish to be canceled.
Sorry, what was that, Echo?
I don't think they're as old as you think.
Oh no.
Whoa!
Yesterday.
Come on now.
So, looming over this ramshackle pier is a balloon anchored by 4 ropes tied around wooden posts driven deep into the dirt. The balloon's sort of, it's called a bladder. It doesn't look like a bladder, but basically it's the pocket that's
Oh.
filled with gas. It expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in the patchwork. There's a couple of bullywugs on top of ladders. They're leaning against it, and they're using what looks like needle and thread to sort of, fix these little holes and patches. And they're all just working on this one big balloon here.
I see.
You guys see your tokens, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We'll get in there.
No worries.
We're taking our time.
I'll make sure you can actually move them.
May I ask them in Sylvan what they're working on?
Oh, big balloon here. Got some damage. Just working on fixing it.
Ah.
If you're looking for things to do or people to talk to, you should probably talk to our king.
And
Very
where
good.
would we find him?
And they point over to the sort of stones here. Follow that, go past the guardhouse, and it'll be on his little council island. And they point across the way into the swamp, but there's too much fog there, you can't see what's there, but he describes as there's like another landmass over that way in this direction.
Well, thank you.
But you gotta go around. You're welcome.
All right, guys.
We'll say a hello to the king.
Let's go say hi to a king.
Okay, sounds great.
Apparently
You
we have
lead
to
the
walk-
way.
Apparently we have to walk along these rocks.
Luna, you're like sitting on
Mhm.
top of me.
Oh.
I was like, wait, where am I? I'm like, oh, that's
Oh, no.
Don't
I've
let your
just been on
shadow
top
see.
of Fenric the entire time.
just
Yeah.
came up and laid on me. Like, what are you doing?
Agatha is
My bad,
very
my
angry
bad.
right now. Can you roll me a
Oh,
wisdom
no.
save?
Uh-oh.
No, just kidding.
Agatha, please. Agatha, please. Agatha, please.
So
Oh, no.
so
the
Luna's
nat
been
one.
possessed.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
my.
Oh, I don't want to be here for this.
All right, so you hop across the rocks. These rows of boulders spaced about 2 feet apart form a nice smooth walking pathway.
We have arrived.
You have arrived. There
We took our
is
time getting here.
actually, you know what? As you step past, one of the stones sort of rises as you walk past it, and you see this creature. Look up. I'd like everyone to give me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, God. Hello, Mr. Creature. Arcana. Oh, my God.
Okay, Luna, you've seen these types of creatures before in the Feywild. They're called Galeb Dur. They're basically very simple-minded earth elementals.
Aw.
This one
They
sort of
look
just
kind of
looks at you.
cute.
They do look kind of cute. Kind of potato-y.
I want to
That reminds, me
pat
of a,
his head.
that reminds me of a Titan from Hercules.
Yeah. This one just looks at you, just gives his head a shake and sinks back into the water to rest. Looks like you may have woken him up from a nap of sorts.
Oh, we woke him up from a nap. Poor
man.
little baby. Time to leave.
You do see a building here, this way. The building is quite damaged from what looks like a fire. There is soot and char marks all across the walls. Some of the roof is sagging in. This wooden structure it stands on stilts on top of the soggy ground. And there's still a little bit of smoke curling up from a hole in its apex. The windows are blacked out, and the entire area around it smells like burnt wood. Now, do you head inside?
I would like to knock on the door first.
There's no door. You can kind of just see in.
Oh,
Peek in.
let's
Then
just
I will
enter then.
I will knock on the wall first.
Knock on the charred wood frame, the door
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah. Not very hard.
You knock on the wall, and you see a grung sort of poke his head out. He's looks a little frazzled. He's got soot all over his face and most of his arms, and he's like, "Oh, hello. Sorry. Had a bit of a fire recently, as you can see."
No.
What was the source of the fire, friend?
Not quite
Oh,
sure,
never mind.
but
I can't speak Sylvan. I don't know why I'm saying that.
you could you
Still.
could say it and then have someone translate. And
yeah, that's
I
fair.
can translate.
I can also translate.
Yeah.
We both translate at the same time and give you slightly
Yeah,
different
well, if we
By-
just
by walking
translate at
Google
the same time,
translators.
we'll be fine.
This man is like, well, this was the factory that we had to build the swamp gas balloons, but maybe just some leaky gas. Not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, may we be of assistance?
Sure, just, I guess, look around, see, try and find out where the fire started. Give
But
me
we
an
could try.
Yeah, give me an investigation check, please.
Oof.
Oh, man.
Angel, save us!
No, I'm just thinking, how long ago did he say the fire was?
A few days ago.
A few days ago? Just with my sight of strings and shit, do I see any stray strings still lingering lightly?
You
Maybe
actually
like a
use
week
Channel Divinity,
ago.
or do you put on the mask?
I'll put on the mask.
Wearing the mask, you see, the usual strings connecting from yourself to your companions. This guy
Right.
doesn't seem to have anything odd coming out of him. The usual,
Okay.
family member strings, etc. You look around. You don't see any lingering signs of strings or anything that connects to your
Okay.
mask.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'll give it an investigation.
Oh,
There
we
you go. Is that any better? Oh, yay. It was
Much
a
better.
19.
You search through, the three of you search through the building, and you do find that there is a part that does have a lot more scorch marks, and that the wood is a lot more damaged. You also notice amongst the coals, the charcoal and all that, there's things moving.
Oh. Hmm.
Is that just Luna who notices?
No, I'll say all three of you combined.
Okay.
I want to...
That's a little spooky.
Can I take out my... Or maybe, like, grab a piece of wood that I see around and start kind of, like, moving the coals a little bit to see if I
Sure.
can tell what's...
Oh, yeah.
under
Can I
there?
use my sword?
Yeah, you poke around the
my
coals.
arm
You
extension.
grab like a broken table leg, poke around, and then you see a lump of coal just roll over, and then it just keeps rolling and hopping around. And as it does, this piece of coal is still warm and slightly orange, and you can see it leave little scorch marks. And the guy who's sort of investigating is like, "Oh, no, put that out, kick it into the swamp."
Oh,
Can I catch it under my foot?
Okay.
Yeah. Say sleight of hand check, everyone, if you want to try and catch that or kick
Okay.
it to the swamp.
Yeah,
I would
I'll
like
try to
Okay.
catch
I'd
it.
like to crush it.
Hiya.
Ooh, there we go.
Holy- Okay.
Whoa. Fenric's on it.
Fenric managed to grab it first. You catch it in your gloves, and your gloves are pretty thick and heavy leather, so it doesn't hurt you at first, but this thing definitely feels warm, and it's just bouncing around. It's like this piece of coal came to life.
Oh, that's weird.
So it doesn't have, like, eyes or legs or anything. It's just a lump of coal that's moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk out, like, is this like a crack in the wall right here?
Like a window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any sections that have exploded enough for me to get out of here? And
Oh yeah, through the windows, there's enough of a space. You can step onto the docks outside.
okay.
The
I'll step on the dock and then I'm
window,
gonna hold it in
the
my hand still,
wall.
but I'm gonna like hold it under the water.
Okay. As you hold it under the water, this starts very violently bubbling, and you're able to hold it still, and eventually it stops, and when you lift it back up, it's just a soggy lump of coal. Doesn't move anymore, doesn't do anything.
Aw,
Interesting.
you killed it.
You killed the coal. That's why I asked if it had
You
any eyes or
murdered
legs or anything.
Yeah, no. In my head, when I first read it, I was like, "Are these those little soot sprites from like Spirited Away?" But no,
Right?
they're
I
not
thought
that
that
cute.
too. Aw.
They just set things on fire.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't spot anything.
That was the only one, right?
Yeah, there was only the one.
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
You
Other
acted
than
like
that.
you might have known what that was. Do you have any idea as to where that might have come from?
Oh, we do keep some of those around. It's easier to, transport a fire through a soggy patch of swamp if the fire can move by itself. But we're usually pretty careful with that. If that got in here, then someone must have put it in here.
Right.
Saboteur.
Yes.
Of sorts, yeah.
This is the proof I need to bring to the king.
Is-
I hand him the soggy thing of coal.
So,
Aw.
thank you.
We were headed to see your king anyway. Maybe we accompany you.
Excellent. I would be happy to have you accompany me.
Fantastic.
He steps out to the bridge over here, which will lead to the king's court.
Oh, we.
Yay! Onwards and forwards.
So, as you get to this bridge, you do see. Let's see here. This is a flat wood plank bridge. This one is pretty well built and is lined on one side with rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes, decapitated heads. The center of bridge, there's a small figure sitting with its feet dangling over one side. And the figure appears to be talking to itself. Now, at a certain point, however, the severed bullywug heads erupt into a cacophony of voices. Some indignant, others sympathetic. Some of them yell, "What? What was that? I couldn't hear what they said." The figure sitting on the bridge appears to be a scarecrow of sorts.
Oh.
And if this is who you believe it to be, this is Clapperclaw the Scarecrow.
Guys, do you think he needs a brain? And if we meet a lion, they might need a heart. And if we meet a dog, we might need a basket.
What are you on about? Dogs in baskets?
Why would you
And
do
maybe a girl named Dorothy.
Who names their child Dorothy?
What a terrible
Well,
name.
I know.
She sounds like a child who's fed cigarettes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Should I just...
That set really
Would it
was
be wise
cursed.
if
Yeah.
I just fly over this dude?
Sure, you can. I mean,
Carry the other dude. I'm afraid of the scarecrow.
which
He
dude are
gives
you
off weird
carrying?
vibes. This Froggo.
As you lift him, he's like, "Oh no, it's fine. I can just walk."
Are you sure that's
Yes.
that's not gonna attack us, or
Oh, that's just Clapperclaw. He's fine.
are you sure? He seems a little unsound.
Oh, the scarecrow.
Are you being racist towards the scarecrow?
No, I'm just afraid.
What is that? What would you even call that?
That's
Materialist? Farmist, since he's made out of...
Farming supplies.
Yeah.
But he's a small creature, about like 3 foot tall, about the size of a child, really. And he's sitting there with his claws on his lap, and he turns his head, but he has no eyes, and looks at the four of you, and just sort of scooches over a little bit so there's space to walk behind him as he's sitting on the bridge there.
Thank-
Hello.
Clapperclaw, can you speak?
I can.
Oh, we're talking to him. Oh, okay. Luna is just mighty uncomfortable.
We've heard from several people that you may be someone who knows quite a bit about the surrounding area and the creatures and or people in this land, and we were hoping we might be able to talk with you about some of that.
Oh. Okay. And he sort of turns his gourd head towards you. He's like, "Okay, what can I help you with?"
Well, we're here in pursuit of a possible plan to Blana? Is that right?
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna, there we go.
Yeah.
Bavlorna, yeah. We're looking for a way to have a chat and perhaps dispose of, if the time calls for it, Bavlorna, who
Oh.
we understand is in this particular area. We were hoping you might be able to help us out with anything we may need in that regard.
He points out to the middle of the swamp and sort of claps his claws together, and you can feel there's a rush of magic as he sends like this gust of wind through. Pushes away some of the fog, and it reveals in the center of the swamp a building. Most likely Bavlorna's cottage. You can see it. You won't be able to see the building itself. Can you guys see the dotted lines?
Like around the lily pads?
Yeah, let me see
Yes.
if I could.
Yes, I believe it's right
Yeah,
here.
it's the white dotted lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's
those white dotted lines.
So that's the
Yeah,
structure
right.
itself, but you can see
Okay.
underneath it there is a walkway with like a little dock that you can use to walk up and into the building.
Right.
Okay.
I see. Got you.
The building itself is, let me see here. Florida's cottage. It's pretty massive. It's about 35 feet above the lake. And let's see here. It's 3 stories tall. Everything about it looks to be slightly warped or bent in a way, like it's sagging into the actual swamp itself.
Oh,
Well, that would appear to be her place of residence that we've heard so much about.
I think so. Should we? Or
let's continue on.
yeah.
All right.
Well, we need to see the king, right? So.
You do.
Exactly.
But was there anything else you wanted to say to Clapperclaw before you head out, or?
What do you know
Let's
about
begin.
her shack?
That too.
About Bavlorna?
Yeah, tell us about the interior of it, perhaps.
Well, the inside. I haven't been in before, but I do know she keeps quite a bit of her creations in there. And her work tables and her experiments. In fact, my head is in there.
Oh,
Your head?
Yes.
your head?
And he pokes at the gourds like, I didn't always have this. And she just takes it off, and there's like an empty space there. And it's like, it's a functional replacement. He sticks it back on. But I used to have a really cool looking stag head as a, for scaring off birds and other pests. But, well, she stole it, said she needed it for something, and never gave it back. You know, if you're going in there, if you could find my head for me, I'd be willing to help you out.
We could certainly keep an eye out for your head.
Thank
Good
you.
try.
And what services would you need from me?
And turn back around to Luna and be like, I think you could be of help with the distraction that they're going to cause.
You think so?
Perhaps. You may know the best place for them to be to cause the most uproarious of distractions.
That's true.
Distraction, you say?
We have some friends of ours that, hopefully to lure Bavlorna away from her residence, are going to cause a bit of a ruckus. And if you might be able to offer us some assistance in how to cause the best amount of ruckus that would force her to check in on things, that would be great.
And he points over to that balloon there. He says, if your friends can set fire to that thing, that'll be the best distraction I can think of. Otherwise, I guess there's a big tree on the other side of the swamp. You set that on fire. She doesn't seem to like fire, is what I'm getting at.
Good to
Right.
know.
Very. Okay, well. How is she with, just out of curiosity, but radiant magic?
Light, I mean, few creatures can resist radiance.
Okay. Good to know, good to know. Well then, my posses.
Well, we're
So
on our
you-
way to speak to the king.
Oh, he's right over there, and he points to this island that Dell's approaching. But one last thing he mentions is, look, are you really going to go and try to defeat her?
We have much of a choice.
Defeat, subdue, have a conversation with, whatever.
Yeah, have
will
a
help us-
strong conversation with.
What
whatever will
about
help
her
us accomplish the
sisters?
tasks. Well, it's our understanding that they are far, far away from each other. Do they have a way to show up quickly?
Not particularly, but if you're going to go after Bavlorna, her sisters will be coming after you if you take her out. Unless
I
you go
guess-
and take them out first.
I mean, it doesn't matter if we take her out first or not. Even if we go after one of the other ones, I mean,
If you go for
they'll
one,
just be hot on their heels.
if you go for one, you're gonna have to go for all three.
That's what I mean.
I could help with that.
Yes?
You need a guide,
Sure.
right? To take you across the lands, across the mists.
We do.
Yes.
And he sort of waves at the demonstration he did of clearing the mist. Says, I can get you to the other lands. From here to thither and back.
Right.
I know the way.
Do you know the way?
I know the way.
That would be most appreciated.
Help me get my
What?
head back, and I will
Yes.
guide you to thither.
Very good. All right. You have yourself an agreement.
He reaches out a
Gentleman's
claw.
agreement. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Pinches you with a claw. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Very well done.
Well, at least we reached some sort of agreement.
Mhm.
Better than no agreement, so.
So,
Right.
on the other side of this island here, you see the king and a court of knights, bullywug knights, standing at attention with their regal armor. Looking hella cute, actually.
Yes. Oh, they look like something straight out of Alice.
True.
And, of course, King Gullop and his retainer.
Oh. Oh.
I love him. I love him so much.
You got that
Yes.
Marie Antoinette collar
Oh,
going.
yeah.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a little
Damn.
baby crocodile next to him.
Aww. That's cute.
Your Majesty.
Ah, welcome, welcome. So, who are you all?
Well, I am Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein from Gelderland. No, I'm just kidding.
getting closer.
Give me a deception check.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll just no. I am Fenric, and accompanying me are my compatriots. You guys feel free to say your real names or lie.
Oh, let me just get up there. Luna, how do you do? Howdy.
Howdy.
Luna, howdy.
Howdy, partner.
My name is Still. It's my pleasure, Your Majesty.
Ah, The pleasure is all mine. Welcome, odd travelers from foreign lands.
Indeed.
So,
Very foreign.
what is your business in my kingdom?
Well, we thought we've heard a lot about your kingdom and thought we would come see it for ourselves and witness the regalness, although unfortunately it does seem that there are perhaps a few things that have gotten out of hand since we've been here. We ran into a friend who unfortunately experienced his shop being rather charred.
Yeah.
Yes, an account of these so-called rebels.
Rebels?
Perhaps some outside help is exactly what I need. Come, sit in my inner circle. Enjoy some wine.
You have an inner circle?
It's like this circle of like pillows that he's got hanging around him. And
Great.
one of the knights leaves and returns with like a tray of wine glasses and hands off each of them. Fenric.
I'm gonna sit down very uncomfortably.
Fenric, when he hands you the wine glass, you feel the bullywug slip a note into your hand as he hands you the glass.
Oh.
The knight who's serving the drinks.
Okay.
Interesting.
Can I do so I don't draw attention to myself from reading the note in front of everyone? Can I do a medallion of thoughts to scan his brain?
Sure thing.
Okay.
To scan is let's take a CAT scan.
We're gonna do a brain
Let's
scan
go.
Now, with Medallion of Thoughts, is it all creatures around you, or just you have to pick a target?
I'm pretty sure it's a target. I think it has to do with the spell, right? Because it triggers the thoughts.
Detect thought spell.
Yeah, detect thoughts.
Alright, so from that bullywug knight, the one that slipped you the note, you hear in his head, "Oh, I hope these outsiders are trustworthy. The revolution could use them. At the very least, they can distract the king."
Okay. I'm just going to kind of table that thought for right now.
But as you all sip your wine and enjoy some time with the king, he downs his wine as well, and then he sort of leans and he says, "Look, as you can see in the center of our town, Pavlorna holds domain over us. She has still allowed me to rule my people, but I believe I may have caused her insult, and am no longer in her good graces."
What do you reckon you did? Or
I
said?
don't know, and I'm not going to spend my time trying to figure it out. But instead, I believe I can get myself back into her good graces if I put down this rebellion. You've said...
Have you ever thought of... Oh, sorry. Continue.
You mentioned that you were assisting with the fire at the factory. If you could find whoever caused that fire, I will reward you greatly with whatever you may need.
I see.
I would like to pinch Luna's arm a little bit.
Sure.
Oh. Yes. Hi. I've been pinched. I blush.
I
No,
will-
I'm just kidding.
And then I will cast a message to her.
Sounds good. What do you
Okay.
want to say?
Don't bring up the fact that we're as trying to kill the witch. Don't bring up that fact.
So I bring it up. No, I'm just kidding.
As she hears Fenric say, "So we're here to kill the witch." No, I'm just kidding.
The comedic timing that would have. Anyways, I'll stare back at you, nod, and then give you a small wink as I can and will.
So what negative consequences have been brought about by your supposed insult of...
Yeah.
I mean, she has yet to visit me. I think she's avoiding me, and, you know, if she does visit me, she might try to kill me, so I'm a little wary of that. But this is the other thing, and he holds out this book. And on it says, Bavlorna's Big Book of Bad Blood. And
Big Book of Bad Blood. If that wasn't a sign to not touch.
Title.
I know, right?
you flip
Big
open
Book of Bad Blood.
you flip open the book, and you see there's a list of names.
Oh,
And-
I've learned a shit list. Got it.
Exactly.
Ah, okay.
I bought this from a darkling merchant who I believe stole it from Pavlorna. And, well, I'm on the shit list.
Interesting. May I look at some of the other names on the list?
Sure thing. You look through the list. You see her sister's names as well.
Oh.
Of course, there's some bad blood between the siblings, of course.
Of course.
You see at the end, near or closer to the end, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light. And then you see 3 descriptions, but no names. The elf with the gun. That one fairy.
I
That
love
woman
that
with the
I'm just
instrument.
that one fairy. Oh my
That was
god.
Del's?
Woman.
That woman.
Woman
the
with an
instrument.
That
instrument.
woman? Wow.
Can I check Can I check the book for a name?
Oh my god.
Sorry, for who?
For Farron's name?
You do not see his name on the list.
Yeah, it's
Do
fine.
I see Vaughn's name on the list?
No, you do not.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
I probably know
Okay.
the answer, but
Yep,
do
I've-
we see Glimmer and Gleam?
No,
Gleam?
you don't. Gleam and glister.
Oh.
Glister.
Glister.
Sorry. I can't
It's
remember
always
what
Glimmer or
Glister's
Glister
I
that I
know,
get
I know.
confused
One or the
with.
other. Yeah.
name. Same.
One or the other. Hi, KP.
Okay. So. Well then.
He takes back the book. Closes it up and says, so, I think this is an excellent endeavor that will benefit both myself and the 3 of you quite greatly.
Do you suppose this rebellion is her response to your issues?
The rebellion? No, the rebellion hates her.
Oh.
Rebellion seeks to dispose of both myself and the witch.
Understood.
But I believe my people can thrive under her partnership. Give me an insight check.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if I don't specify, just assume it's everyone.
Okay. What time are we at, by the way?
We're getting to close to 4 hours, so we're almost done.
Okay. Holy doggy, let me grab my character sheet. Inside. Bam. Oh, well, you know, those aren't bad rolls altogether.
So, the 3 of you can easily tell that the king does not believe in what he is expressing. You can tell that he knows that his people are subjugated, and that you get the feeling that he kind of did this for his own personal gain.
Oh, of course he did. He's a king. What king doesn't do something for their own personal gain? Oh my
Oh,
god.
in that case. I would like to kind of
Mhm.
deeply curtsy to him
Mm.
and tell him we will do our best to make sure that you enjoy your time and live a little bit more carefree.
Thank you. So, he gives you leave and allows you to freely walk about his village wherever you wish to go. I'm going
All
to
right.
do a bigger map reveal here,
Ah, yes.
so you guys can decide
Let
where you
me
want to go.
zoom out so far. Oh, it's so big. Good lord. This is a huge map.
It's an entire town, basically.
Oh my god. They couldn't have broken it up into sections.
I can't imagine
Nope.
what like a capital city looks like.
Oh, see, they don't
Oh,
even make those
goodness.
maps anymore. They used to, but
No,
really?
they
Yeah,
used to.
wouldn't even
but
load.
Those always end up being huge.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I see a tree.
Could you imagine dynamic lighting on a city map?
Oh, no.
we tried it for
my
like
whole
one map.
computer
Yeah.
would crash.
That moment
Oh,
when
hey.
you need,
Is that
the
a
NVIDIA
cauldron with
technology.
spider legs?
Yes, it is.
Ugh. God, no.
Oh,
I don't like that. I don't like spiders.
Can we panic now?
Yeah, can we panic?
Alright, so the blacked out spots are just buildings or the interiors. And then this is how the central area looks when you see it from a side perspective. So you guys are at that like gazebo awning there, where the king is.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And you see this sort of weird, large cottage rise from the swamp in the middle of it. There we go. Alrighty. So what's the plan? What are you guys doing next?
Learning how to spell would be great.
That's not something I can help you with.
Well, shit.
If there is like a way for me to like sneakily actually, you know what? I'll do this. I'll say may I borrow your guard to show us you know, a bit around outside?
Of course.
Your Majesty.
Which one? Do you
Right.
take the one that
The-
slipped you the note?
Oh, yeah, the one that slipped me the note.
Yeah, probably that
Alright.
one would be for the best. He
Yeah.
seems to be on our side at least a little.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna walk out this way.
Excellent. So,
Unless he's secretly lying and I should have done Zone of Truth or something, but even then.
I can't tell you what to do, so you decide what you want to do.
I want to go. I'll just go with the group. It's
Okay.
fine. Rather not split the party.
So the knight comes with you, and as he walks along, he says, "Oh, this is these are our barracks, and we've got some holding cells here where we keep prisoners and all that." And he shows you that they do have crocodiles as part of their guard. And over here, we do have one of our prisoners, and as well as a balloon that is currently moored in this area. So that's a balloon over there. You can see a couple people in there prepping it to sail off. But yeah, well, is there any place specific you'd like to go?
My, you have prisoners?
We do. I mean, what town doesn't have riffraff and hooligans who, get into trouble and all that?
I mean, that's fair.
In this case, our local bard is, well, getting into a little bit of trouble. And you can see they've got a guy in there who's just sitting, maybe little bruises on his face. Probably got in a bar fight of some sort.
Could I at least, I know he's a prisoner, but could I at least, like, I don't know, fix up his face?
Ah, no, it's fine. He'll be all right.
Are you
wander
sure?
over here, and have him come over as well. Are we sort of like out of earshot of?
Yeah,
You
see,
know,
you're in a pretty
various of
isolated
the-
spot. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull the note out. And
I'll
say,
keep watch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the note out and unfold it and say, "So, double agent, are you?"
You fold out the note, and you do see this says, "The revolution lives. Talk to me afterwards if you wish to help." And he looks at you and says, "So, you're the outsiders that we've been hearing rumors about. Is that right?"
That would be us.
Most likely.
Right. I even heard a rumor that you helped out Agden. Is that it?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye. We of the Revolution do not wish to live under the rule of Bavlorna. So,
We can sympathize with that.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We've been causing trouble, sabotaging things around, and just to try to distract her and make her life difficult, but is there more that you folks can do?
So, how do you, as the Revolution and the King, both come to be in the disgraces, so to speak, of Bavlorna?
Well, we, the Revolution, refuse to live under her rule, and that in of itself is a unbearable thought for her. She believes she has ownership over all of Hither, and we're going to prove her wrong. The king is a coward. He is not fit to rule. It's only his blood that allows him to do so.
One of those rulers. Got you.
Well, a double coup is quite the ambition to set out upon. Do you have a plan of how you might accomplish such a feat?
Well, that's what I was hoping your lot could help with.
Oh.
We need people to overthrow the king. But we can't overthrow him if Bavlorna's still in power.
Wait here a moment. I'm gonna sneak over here and beckon Dell and Luna to come over.
I'm being beckoned. I'm here.
You get the double finger point.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, click, clank, click, clank, click, clank.
Yeah.
I'm here.
The only thing I could think of that would cause more of a distraction for Bavlorna to get her out of her establishment, aside from perhaps setting a gas balloon on fire, would be a revolution and a coup.
Why not
I
both?
can be very inspirational.
True. One for the visual impact and another for the political impact, so to speak.
Yeah. See, why not?
Well, then, I think perhaps we could speak to the leaders of the revolution and come up with a plan for us to continue what we need to do.
Certainly. I should hope.
Yes.
You call the night back over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan?
Well, in the famous words of those who have seek to look whether or not there are celestial bodies that would want to invade, take us to your leader.
Oh, all right. So, he leads you guys across the way, Back to around this island, close to where you guys started off. I'm just going to move your tokens for you because it's a big-ass map.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. I don't mind being moved around, but you know.
Manhandle me.
She said to Arky.
Manhandle me. No, I didn't say it like that.
And the knight knocks on this door and opens it up. And you see in here a council of bullywugs. Their leader is named Illig, Baron of Muckstump. He introduces everyone. He says, "We are the Soggy Court, and we believe that our king is not the rightful ruler of this land. How can you outsiders help us in our endeavor?"
Well, there's a couple different things that we could do, but we could... Do we mention the whole revolution thing?
These are the leaders of the revolution.
Perfect. Revolution.
Yeah, I think you can tell them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them.
Viva la revolution!
What are you going to tell them specifically? You just walk in and go, "Revolution." They're like, "Yeah, that's kind of why we're here." Okay.
We're here to lay on hands on this revolution.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's
We're
a good
willing to
question.
help in any way.
We're willing to help.
Physically or persuasively.
Well, we're looking to overthrow the king, but we can't do that while Bavlorna's still here. Or at least still alive. Be you assassins?
We can be.
We
be
can.
Occasion
anything
calls for it.
And are you willing to slay
Yeah.
a hag?
Are we willing?
I mean, it's a hag. I don't know too many other people that wouldn't slay them, so. Just saying.
So, is that a yes?
Very much
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
All right. We can get you into her cottage. And while that happens, we can begin our revolution. Is there anything you need to do to prepare?
Distraction.
We need to get a better understanding of the interior and perhaps defenses that are in place inside of her cottage.
That is going to be harder for us to do. We don't have any eyes on the inside. But once you're in there, she'll be focused on you and distracted from everything out here. It also means we'll be able to take over and stop anything from coming in after you.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
So, if that's preferable, that's what we can do.
The only other thing I can think of is that we may need you to cover any exits to make sure that she doesn't get out. As we understand it, we need to keep her away from water.
Yes. She does have access, but we can make something work. We'll try to keep her in to the best we can.
Very
Is
good.
there more allies that you can call upon? Or is it just going to be the three of you?
No, we have more that we may be able to tap into and call upon their assistance.
Good.
Indeed.
So, what's the plan, guys? What do you guys want to do? Are we calling upon Agden, beginning an attack while these revolutionaries do their thing?
I think we could do that. I think that would be ample opportunity.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can cast Sending.
sure. Who are you going to cast sending to? What are you going to say?
I'm gonna say plans are in place. Oh, here,
It's
first I'll
on.
cast it. Yeah, plans are in place. Y'all are working with the frog people now.
Just call them the croakers.
Just don't call them the croakers. And that would be an ample opportunity for us to get in. I think that's as many words as I could send.
No, you had a few more, but then you just said, so, yeah. You get a reply back, and he says, all right. Who is this?
Oh my
Did you
god.
forget to add who it was from?
Well, I'm pretty sure they can hear the voice, so that should sound familiar at least.
He's not too familiar with you. He did most of his dealings with Fenric and Dell. You just sat there going,
All right, I'll cast sending again.
Here,
I'll cast another sending.
I can help.
And I'll say, this is Luna, Fenric's ally, teammate. We're working together.
On behalf of Del, Fenric, and Luna,
Ye-
please find
yeah.
the close instructions to get your asses over here. Okay, maybe not that harsh, but
he sends a little reply like, oh, you. Yeah, all right, we'll start moving them in.
Okay. Thanks. You stole my tarot cards. Come on now.
You're not speaking with an accent, so he's like, I don't know who this is.
I was pretty sure I was kind of speaking with an accent, but then I was also drinking bubble tea, so that was preventing me.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse
But
speaking
anyways,
Bubblese.
so do you guys want to wait for the brigands to arrive?
Yeah. We'll get things all sort of set up, get everyone on the same page, and
Okay.
go from there.
So we'll to expedite things. The brigands eventually do arrive after about 3 or 4 hours. By now it's nighttime.
Okay. All right.
You coordinate with the Bullywug revolutionaries and the brigands and enact the plan. They smuggle you to the center and get you into the cottage by boat.
Okay. Love a good boat travel. Always fantastic.
Actually, hold on, I need to do one thing. Let me put you guys back on here.
Oh my god, he's got to do one thing. While I draw these gloves.
Okay.
Lovies must be funny in a rich man's world.
Weed kicking in?
Hmm?
The weed kicking in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got very hungry for cookies, and then I ate a bunch of cookies, and then I needed bubble tea to wash down all the cookies. So this is how we have gotten here on this day.
Yeah, I can
I'm
tell.
Fair
also
enough.
drawing at the same time.
Yep.
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will focus.
It's fine. We're almost done, so. Alright, so you guys are up here. This is the first floor. As you step through, the doors shut behind you
Oh.
and lock you right in.
Oh, great.
The furniture, the cupboards, the upholstery come to life, transforming into these tree-like horrific monstrosities. And all three of you hear a voice. Well, well, well. I wasn't expecting family to come knocking. And to bring uninvited guests too. Luna, someone's got to teach you some manners.
Oh, no.
And we'll end our session there.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Family?
Family. Oh no. The question is, which side of my family?
I'm gonna guess the aunt that's not welcome at Thanksgiving.
Probably correct. Most likely. Yeah, that's an accurate call. Very accurate.
Alrighty. And well, that'll be the end of that session. Next time we'll meet up will not be in 2 weeks because Lego's gonna be gone, but in about 3 weeks, I think. So it's not the 5th. 19th will be when we play next if we're all free. But thank you guys for playing and for being here. We'll do our usual things you like, things you didn't like. We'll start off with Angel on my left here.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, that's fine.
I started working on Tibor's character's art
It's all
again.
good. It's all good.
Anyways, looking good so far. But I had much funs tonight. I specifically started freaking out right around the part where there was a lot of Stevie stuff happening. But regardless, I had fun. That was a very fun moment. I had fun with many things. The strings have been a fun addition. I like that dynamic, that the string theory, color theory thing. That's been fun.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything else.
Well, thank you. Aiko, how about you?
Haha. Joke's on you guys. I'm not really a human.
Yeah, we found that part out.
Hit it
We the players. Yeah, well, I mean, I had a feeling when I looked at the art last time and I saw the lips and then the teeth and then the...
I told you before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did forget temporarily.
The first time that I posted Chef, it did say human dampier.
Yeah, that was also there. It was like in a little gray. I was like, people probably won't see it, but it's fine.
That's funny.
It's okay. I didn't see a single thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's fun. Other than that, I am very excited for next session and the future sessions after that.
Yeah, this session was definitely more of a setup session. There were a lot of times where you guys could have entered combat, but y'all were able to talk your way out of it.
Sorry if you wanted to do the race, but
No, it's fine. I was either hoping for it to happen or not happen at all, so...
Yeah, I was good either way as long as we got the scarf off of him. So I mean,
exactly.
That was the
as long as the scarf came off, we were good. Yeah.
That was the important part.
Yeah.
Next session is definitely going to be a full-on like dungeon crawl with this cottage here. So get ready for that. Going to be a lot more combat heavy.
We get to find out more about good old family there.
And last but not least, Phoenix. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, it was fun. I like the fact that the group is so close that you can take stuff that starts kind of as a joke and then throw it into the game.
And it works.
Yeah, and it does.
Yeah.
It works really well. That's pretty funny. That was
really
probably
does.
one of the highlight moments for me was watching Angel and Aiko freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that one part, that was great. That was cracking me up.
That was
I was like
fun.
trying to hold my composure while I was having this conversation. Like, okay, don't bust out laughing.
You got
Appreciate you for not busting out laughing.
Yeah.
Held the tension there.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I mean, I'm still having fun with it. I think something that hit me as we were playing midway through the session today was just how much more we have to do. Like,
oh yeah,
it already feels like we've done a lot, but you know, just looking at the map and you know, listening to him talk about how he can guide us around is like, yeah, there's going to be a lot, so I'm excited to
Yeah, there's
keep moving forward.
you're not gonna lack in fun things to do. I know when I first talked about this campaign, Ico thought we were just gonna be in the carnival. I was like, no, that's just Act 1. You guys have a whole fairy tale Alice in Wonderland style world to explore. So,
Just
So-
exciting. I
Is this
do
all?
hope we come across talking plants because that would be great.
oh, you will.
You did not say that. You just said that we were going into the forest.
This is a forest.
Yeah.
Forest-ish.
Yeah,
Big
there's
forest.
there's trees.
So this is the
There's
first time that
trees.
you two have played this one too, right? I go and
Yeah.
Angel.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
like the campaign.
Like this.
No.
Yeah. No, this is our first time playing Witchlight.
Okay, cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's my first time. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's my
Oh,
first
yeah.
time as well. It's all of our
That's
first
definitely
time.
mine.
The only thing was that I kind of already knew about the dark carnival stuff because I accidentally spoiled that for myself, but
Oh,
it was only
yeah,
like Act 1 stuff, so it wasn't that bad.
right. Yeah, that's fair.
It was when I was doing research on Witchlight.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
True
hold
story.
up. There's
Yeah.
a whole other carnival? Oh,
Mhm.
oh, I see now. Okay, I
Yeah.
won't read any further.
Right. Unintentional
Just in
spoilers.
case.
Yeah. That's all good.
Spoilers.
I'm gonna wrap up stream here, so I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you guys
Yes.
again for hanging out, and I'll be right back. So, thank you everyone for playing and for hanging out with us, and for trying to get me drunk. Appreciate that. We'll wrap up tonight, and we will be off. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.